Okay, first real test with this new Insta360 Ace Pro 2. They've just been released. It is what, almost 2025, December 28th or 9th, 29th. I'm out here at the local state park. I'm gonna take a little video. I'm going down to the water, down to the Little Duck River, and going to do some photography. We'll be doing a little something different today. I may or may not show the end results of these images because I don't know when I'm going to get to them. I'm shooting 120 medium format film. I'm actually shooting with an old Mamiya C3 Pro TLR, and I'm some expired Foma 400 film, black and white film. I'm gonna hand hold it because with this TLR, this leaf shutter, I can get the speeds down low enough for a little water movement down the river, but you know, may not have good results. The main thing I want to do is get some examples of this camera's performance. Right now I have the settings on the color profile is the Leica Vivid. It's a real dreary winter day, not much light, but we'll see how the performance does. I don't have it in the low light mode. I have the image stabilization on high right now and the lens on linear, so I don't get the bent trees, so to speak. There's different angles of viewing, so we'll see how this works, but I'll take a few clips here and there. I'm out here, the wife and the dog, and a little bit of blue skies up ahead, and I'll be back shortly. I also forgot to mention that I am recording in 2.7K 60 frames per second because that's probably what I'm going to be doing most of my filming in. For my purposes, 4K is a little bit overkill. Also have the audio, so I'm kind of testing out the in-camera audio. I have it on noise reduction for wind because that's how I'll be using it on my helmet on my bike, but may play around with that at some point. Also going to show you the zoom function a little bit, the instant zoom. I don't know how it'll work in 2.7K. I think it does better in 4K, but just to give you a little glimpse, it's not blocking up the skies as you can see behind me. Everything's rendered. Dynamic range looks really good. I think in the spec sheet on this is this 13 stop dynamic range, which is really good. That's you're entering your DSLR, your other mirrorless lens categories of your Sonys and Canons, which I own both of. So I'm really optimistic with this. The lens is designed within partnership of Leica. It says it's a Leica lens. I'm sure it's their parameters for that. But I think this is a fairly large sensor on here. I'm gonna have to look at the specs. I think it's a 1-inch sensor or close to that. So that's really neat. It looks like it's focusing on my face automatically. So things outside may be a little bit out of focus. We shall see. But let's see if I can poke up here and hit the instant zoom down there. There it goes. Back. All right, so we're gonna head on down the trail. I'm flipping the screen, so there's a little bit of motion movement. We're gonna walk down here to the river, do a little photography, and we'll see. I may even take a few digital photographs with this camera just to see how it renders on that. But I'm excited about this camera. I mean, I've seen the Ryan F9, you know, Fortnite channel reviewing this, and I went to order it back on the Black Friday sales, and it didn't have a ship date till January 1st. I went to Insta360 shop and I couldn't find it anywhere online, which is because it hadn't released yet. I mean, it was on the product page, but nowhere in the US had it. They just had the older Ace Pro, not the Ace Pro 2. So this is shipped earlier than I expected. It wasn't supposed to ship to January 1st, and I received it on December 28th. So anyways, we've had a big rainstorm come through last night. It's been raining for about 3 or 4 days, and as you can see, the river is, well, maybe you can't see. I'll zoom in. River's way up. I was down here a couple months ago. You could walk right across it. A few weeks ago on the other side, off to the right, you could walk across it and ankle deep, and right now it would be over your head. So we've had some rain. Anyways, I'll start recording again in a minute. Starting to rain a little bit down here. We're down at the water. I'll let you look at this. Little Duck River in the background. Doggy down there. Wife over there. See how it renders the green tones. Anyways, we'll see how the audio does on the water. Don't know if you can see it. Down there. The zoom function is kind of neat. It doesn't do quite as well. Maybe in 4K it does better, but just give you a little details of the terrain, where we're at, the color rendering, the video rendering. If you see some noise, this is low light. I'm shooting some black and white film, and I'm shooting at f4 1/30th of a second. Give you an idea. The light level down here. So anyways, I may take one last video, but this should conclude my testing of this Insta360 Ace Pro 2. I may show another video with some of the results of what I'm capturing on traditional film. Interesting tree right here, as you can see this branching over the water. But it is a dreary day. Great day for a walk post-Christmas, waiting on the new year. Stop. Okay, now I'm going to do this last video and tell you the purpose and a little of my first initial thoughts with this camera. So I got this camera primarily for filming my hiking trips that I go out and do a lot of photography with, my day hikes, photography shoots, and the other primary use is as an action cam should be on the helmet of my motorcycle as I'm out doing adventure and dual sport rides or dirt bike riding or races. And so with that purpose, I needed something that had a long battery life, sturdy. Obviously, you know, I've been using the GoPros, and I just sold a GoPro 9 and a 10 instead of getting the new 13. I opted for the Ace Pro 2, switch brands, and I'm initially very pleased with. One of the things, especially when I had this on my helmet, was I had to stay connected. I know the newer GoPros don't have to do this, but I had to have a microphone connected to the media mod to record audio. Now this is going to be done Bluetooth. I think GoPro can do that too in the newest editions, the 12 and the 13. But what is really cool is this base plate, this magnetic plate clips right on and off, and this is what you're going to have it connected to on your helmet. So this makes battery changes super quick and easy. I don't have to have wires hanging down plugging in to keep, you know, I can stop and have a battery change within, you know, under a minute, where it would take, I had to take my helmet off, unscrew it, fiddle with getting it back on. It was just an ordeal, and the battery life in the GoPros don't last very long anyways. I know they're saying like, you know, like 89 minutes. I never got more than about 50 minutes out of a battery, and that's when they were brand new. I can already tell that the battery life is going to be a lot longer on this Insta360. So it's going to suit my needs. This is just an initial first use video. I'm not just going to put it on my personal channel. There'll be a lot of stuff on our other YouTube channel, on our Let's Take a Ride channel, but I'm just going to put this one on my camera. If anybody watches this, hope you find it useful. I think if you're looking at the newer GoPros, like the GoPro 12 or 13s, I'm already saying no. The sensor, the dynamic range is just not there. It blocks out shadows and blocks out the highlights, which when you're in the woods, especially on a sunny day, which we don't have here, the light coming down, it doesn't look good. This, I think, with the dynamic range, especially with the auto HDR, can smooth that out. Plus, there's a lot of built-in profiles, I think, that could help with this. So anyways, that's all I've got, and I'll see y'all next time.